All right, ladies and gentlemen, my goodness, hallelujah. It's a bonus episode of the Jim K. Ford Sens Nation podcast. Because, you know what? The news the Sens fans have been waiting for a long time, Coach, came down today. Brady Tkachuk has re-signed with the Ottawa Senators. It is a 7-year contract, average annual value of around $8.2 million. First of all, how you doing, and what do you think of the deal?
Well, as I texted to you just moments ago, Steve, I think all I said was hallelujah and a
Yeah.
few exclamation points. I said, I went out on a limb a couple days ago and said it'll be done before the start of the season. I didn't know they were going to wait all the way till Thursday. I was kind of hopeful that he'd be ready to go and sign and maybe even get on the ice tonight. But hallelujah, it's done. And I can live with the dollar amount, and I can live with 7 years instead of eight. I just the fact that it's not a 3 or a 4 year bridge deal is phenomenal. What are you
Yes.
thinking?
Yeah, I'm thinking the same thing because, I mean, and again, it goes to show you, you take all these reports and storylines and insider information, you take it all with a grain of salt because the latest one was all bridge deal. And now all of a sudden, a long-term deal is back on the table. Yeah, I mean, it's fantastic news for Sens fans. Yeah, sure, the number, you know, 8.2, that's a high number, but really that is pretty much the cost of doing business right now. Today's game, Greg, all about evaluating your players and then paying for the potential you believe the player has.
Yeah, not just the potential and not just an evaluation of the numbers, right? It's not just an analytical game, right? Like you also have to factor in, okay, what are the other guys in the team making? What's his position within the group on the team as far as the pecking order of talent goes? You know, you can argue all day whether he's a better hockey player all around than Thomas Chabot is, but the fact is most people would say he is. So therefore, he's got to get at least a little more than Thomas Chabot, and in the end, he gets a little more than Thomas Chabot, and looks good. Now just get into town and get in shape and get in the goddamn lineup.
So, yeah, DJ Smith said 7 to 10 days. I think we both agreed that they may expedite that number,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. He'll be on the ice this weekend. Let's get it done, right? Don't you think?
Yeah. I think so too. I mean, it'll be sooner rather than later. I don't think it'll be the full 7 to 10 days. That's kind of the thing you say in almost as an evaluation or sorry, as a negotiation ploy. It's like, yeah, if you don't get it done now, you're still 7 to 10 days away from playing. You might want to hurry this thing along. Now that he's a member of the Ottawa Senators officially with a contract in hand, it ain't going to be 7 to 10 days. I think we can agree. But I want to move it on to Eugene Melnyk. Whether you believe Eugene Melnyk, the owner of the Ottawa Senators, is misunderstood or whether you hate his guts or somewhere in the middle, you have to absolutely tip your cap to him today because as the owner of the Ottawa Senators, let's leave history aside, as the owner of the Ottawa Senators, this guy stepped up today.
Agree totally. It's done. And I don't know about you, Steve, but I choose to believe that he truly did have a meeting with Pierre months ago and left it in Pierre's hands. I honestly want to believe that he had nothing to do with the negotiations. You know, he wasn't sticking his nose in, he wasn't jumping into conference calls or slipping into lunch meetings. I truly believe that he had nothing to do with it other than approving whatever Pierre said to him.
And that's exactly what Sens fans wanted because I mean everybody's through this whole process, there's been these negative volleys. I mean, there's been negativity on both sides for both Kachuk and his camp, for Eugene Melnyk, but that vow of spending to near the cap starting in 2021, unparalleled success, people have been snickering at that because they haven't fully bought in based on history. But you cannot argue with the expenditures so far. Thomas Chabot got the 8-year, $8 million contract. Drake Batherson, a big commitment there as well. Colin White, we could even throw in there, even though we're pretty damn sure that's an error, but it still represents an investment. And this is the granddaddy of them all because they get their next captain and very popular player, the most popular player, maybe outside Daniel Alfredson in this town. They get that deal done. So, I mean, you have to, even if you have not, if you've been in the mode of Melnick's just going to ruin this whole thing, he's not going to do what he said he did. Man, you got to say that's what you want out of your owner.
Yeah, kudos. Claps for me. Well done. Now let's get Josh Norris done.
Yeah, that'd be nice if we don't have to wait this long again. You are eligible to be re-signed as you enter the final year of your contract for sure. Captaincy, has anything changed there? Is it now back? Is it back into absolutely going to be Brady Tkachuk in your opinion?
For sure. It always was. That's the even the other day they came out with the 4 A's. Yeah, this morning I think, right? They announced 4 alternates. Yeah, no, he's the captain. They've kept it in waiting for him. They may put an A on him for a little bit to start the year and then give it to him, but I'd like to see him just step on the ice, or is there going to be an official announcement press conference of him signing or something? Welcome back, shaking hands, kumbaya, and at that stage pull out a jersey with a C. But he's the captain, whether it's within the next couple days or within a month.
I'm going with news conference at some point today. I'll or whenever he gets to town. I'm not sure if he's in town yet or not. He put out a tweet just now. Brady did with the Joker, the Heath Ledger version of Joker from Batman, and it was just a GIF that said, "I don't know if it's a GIF or a GIF. I never have understood which one." But the video was of the Joker going, "Here we go," and
Beauty.
so he's pumped for it. But whether he's in town yet or not, and whenever I think what my point is, I think my prediction would be news conference, make the announcement, the jersey with the C held up for the press. I
Done.
think that's the way it'll go down. But pretty exciting times. Any final thoughts before we go? We just want to do a
No,
quickie here today.
no, I'm looking forward to tonight. It'll be interesting. My own personal opinion, I don't think Stutzla plays the whole game in Kachuk's spot. I think Formanton maybe moves up there for a little bit, and Stutzla gets back with his boys. Especially now that you know that Brady's back. What's the point of rushing Stutzla and stacking one line if you don't have to moving forward?